Every bride wants their wedding to be perfect. They want to look special. They want to look unique. But what if they have to share the spotlight with 2,000 other brides?
Many people doing the same thing at the same time. Of course it's going to be stressful.
This film follows 3 young Brits as they get married at one of the biggest and strangest weddings ever seen. They're members of a movement known to outsiders as the Moonies and are travelling thousands of miles to the group's homeland in South Korea.
Those are dead, right?
For the first time ever, documentary cameras have been allowed behind the scenes of the movement that's been branded a sinister cult.
We're called brainwashed people, unificationists, Moonies.
They've been given strict preparation for their big day.
The 3 no's: no smoking or drinking alcohol, and no dating.
I am still a virgin. I think for a long time, a lot of my friends kind of just assumed I was a lesbian.
They're matched with strangers from around the world, sometimes just days before their wedding.
This is going to be the first time we meet, yeah.
And will be taking part in one of the most controversial wedding ceremonies in the world.
Stand here and make promises to people we barely know, that's something very important to me.
We didn't choose to be here. We were born into this.
I wouldn't be able to marry someone out of our movement because it's to do with, like, lineage, you know.
In our movement, being virgins is like you're lucky because you're kind of untainted.
These 3 young Brits are all preparing to be married at a mass wedding ceremony in Korea. They're all part of an organisation that has an infamous past and is led by a man they believe is the living Messiah.
Every girl dreams about what their wedding dress is going to look like, and to be honest, I never thought I'd go for something that I'm doing now.
In 6 months' time, 22-year-old psychology student Elisa will be one of 2,000 brides tying the knot at a mass wedding in Korea.
There are thousands and thousands of women in white dresses trying to do their makeup and their hair all at the same time. I mean, it's quite stressful. And, you know, I'm sure there will be a couple women wearing the same dress and, so that's why I'm making mine.
Elisa's parents married at a mass wedding in 1982. They have arranged for their daughter to be wed with another young movement member who lives in Eastern Europe and who she spent less than a month with.
My future husband, or the father of my children, a bit ahead of myself. His name's Andy, or Andre, and he's Czech. He's really funny, he's very clever, he's really great.
It's the goal of every parent in the group to have children that continue Reverend Moon's ideal of a pure lineage.
What was your reaction when Elisa first said that she wanted to be matched?
Well, I was very happy because it's what we as parents who have gone through this blessing arrangement hope for our children. We hope that they'll choose to go a path similar to us.
Moon is now too old to do all the matching, so allows parents to do it on his behalf.
Okay, then. Yeah. Okay, so from the top.
21-year-old Raymond has been matched by his parents to someone he's never met.
Basically, my parents first told me about her, and I guess her parents did the same.
I put pictures of their face together and looked to see how they looked together. And they just looked right together when I saw that, you know.
Raymond's bride-to-be, Lisa, lives in Korea.
I was thinking, it'd be nice to have kind of some Asian blood in a way, like in my family. I don't know, I just thought that'd be cool. When I found out that she was half Malaysian and Argentinian. I was just like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Although it's been purely a long-distance courtship, it didn't take long for Raymond and Lisa to seal the deal.
Started chatting on Facebook, I think. We took 7 days to kind of think about it and decided to say yes, you know.
So it's 7:15 now. We got about an hour, so...
Just months before the wedding date, Raymond is about to meet his future wife for the first time.
According to the website, the plane's more or less on time.
By marrying within the movement, Raymond is following in his father's footsteps.
My wife and I were matched in Germany by Reverend Moon, and then we were blessed in 1982. A somewhat similar process, in a sense, you know. From memory, Raymond's only real requirement was that the person should be able to speak English, because he doesn't fancy learning other languages so much. So there's 2 ways she can come out here. So if you wait down this end, I'll go up there and make sure that she doesn't go the wrong way. Okay?
How are you feeling now, Raymond? Is there any nerves at all?
Yeah, a little bit. Feeling a little bit nervous. Not too much. I mean, yeah. Just be happy to see her.
I mean, this is the moment that you're going to meet her for the very first time.
Yeah. First real life in person.
That's a big moment.
Yeah.
After an hour's anxious wait, Raymond finally sets eyes on his bride-to-be.
Huh?
That's the screen.
That was the screen? What took you so long?
Stupid embrace.
Good to see you.
Raymond and Lisa now have the daunting task of getting to know each other before their wedding.
Do you like mushroom?
I don't know. I think so.
No, that's so weird.
Alright, good view, 100% accuracy for the first 2 shots.
Animation student Sean
Alley-oop.
has been matched with a girl from America who he's only met a couple of times.
She's half Scottish, half Japanese, and she lives in New York.
All the way, all the way.
It didn't really matter so much to me actually where she was from, because I think in our movement we know no one's from like any single country almost, you know.
It was Mum Sharon, herself a convert from the 1970s, that arranged the match for Sean.
It's a big responsibility, you know, to find someone who your son is going to spend the rest of his life with, you know, and you really want it to be the right person.
During her search, another member of the movement contacted Sharon and suggested his daughter, Jessica, as a potential wife for Sean.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
At 22, Sean has never had a girlfriend, but he's engaged to be married. It's been over a year since he last saw Jessica, and she's about to visit. Married friend Kenta, also in the movement, has been offering some advice.
Romantic walks in parks and meeting up with friends, movies, different things. Cook. That was actually a really good experience, cooking together. I'd recommend that.
Cool. I think there is a bit of a drawback when you haven't had a girlfriend. I think, you know, you don't really know all the skills that come with that experience, I guess. Because I'm not used to, obviously, organising like nice outings and kind of things, so I think there's a lot of new things to be prepared for, so in that sense, I'm kind of nervous, I guess.
You have the worst smile ever.
Jessica has arrived from America.
Alright. No, cool, that's alright.
This is only the second week they'll have spent together during their 18-month engagement.
That's British breakfast. It's a little crispy on the edges.
I mean, like, the first time he came to New York, I was kind of, like, nervous. I didn't know what to expect, but everyone's like, you got a black man from England? Like, I want one. Yeah.
Yeah. Black people.
Do you feel that you both know each other well, or have you still got kind of a bit of a journey to make in your relationship?
I mean, he'll never tell me directly, like, he's not happy with me, like, or what I'm doing, but, like, in my, like, I'll feel it. And then I think that makes me even more inclined to want to hear it from him. Yeah, he's always like, just do what you want, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not supposed to, like, tell you what to do, though.
No, but you can tell me what you feel about it.
I do that. Sometimes.
Only after we argue about it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe.
40 years on, the movement is still trying to move away from their troubled past. They now deem the term Moonie derogatory. But Reverend Moon's original philosophy of creating a pure race is still at the heart of their beliefs and continues to be taught to the children born into the movement.
Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about purity.
They're encouraged to avoid distractions that would make them stray from Moon's path, and key to that is keeping their virginity until marriage.
Become a true sister before you find a mister. It rhymes, right? Become a true brother before you find a lover, right? It also rhymes. It's easy to remember. The 3 no's: no smoking or drinking alcohol, and no dating. We don't get into an exclusive relationship because it stunts your growth. You get into this emotional struggle and you're worrying about girls. It stops you from thinking, how can I become better?
It's not an easy life choice, that's for sure. And if you just follow it because your parents do, then, I mean, wow, you're a bit kind of easily led, I'd say. Yeah, because it's quite tough, yeah.
But all the brides and grooms-to-be preparing for the next mass wedding have chosen to follow this path.
I take it then that you've had no sexual kind of activity?
No,
previously?
no, I haven't had any sexual activity.
I mean, I am still a virgin, and it certainly was tough at school. I think for a long time, a lot of my friends kind of just assumed I was a lesbian or something, you know.
Being at school, people talk about it a lot, and people talk about sex, and you don't really know whether they're actually having sex or they're just saying it.
You know, I really wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm really grateful for that.
Hi, it's me.
Over the last 2 weeks, 21-year-old Raymond has been getting to know his wife-to-be Lisa. Although abiding by the movement's rules, they haven't kissed yet. To make their commitment to the forthcoming mass wedding official, they must sign a matching agreement.
Is it print?
Print means, like, you should do it in capitals, like each letter.
Okay.
And as purity is so important to Reverend Moon, part of the contract states that they must refrain from any sexual relations until after the wedding.
Does this mean that there's no turning back now?
I guess.
Yeah. Before coming here, I already felt it was right, and coming here was like to be more sure. Me personally, I don't think it would change my decision.
Already before she visited, I was very committed, you know. I mean, you know, it could have even been possible that we wouldn't have been able to meet before we got blessed, you know, and that would have been fine. Cool.
What about this eggnog?
Yes.
The eggnog? You can get that?
Elisa's fiancé Andy is visiting from the Czech Republic.
So what sort of things we can get here?
Reverend Moon expects his followers to be able to love anybody, despite how they look. If you're physically attracted to your partner, it's a bonus.
He's pretty fit. be a bit weird if I didn't find him attractive, so I don't mind saying I think he's very attractive. I mean, I've been quite lucky. I think from day one, yes.
Of course, people would often say, like, it's on the inside that matters and so on, but for me, whether it's because I'm a man or not, it's very important. So, yeah, and Alicia is a beautiful girl. I'm very attracted to her.
There are still quite strict standards, and we do hold hands, and we do give each other hugs, you know, and I've given her a couple kisses on the cheek, but, you know, more than that is kind of pushing it.
Is it tough as you spend more time together to resist it getting physical?
It's certainly difficult at times, but, you know, you've waited 22 years for this moment, you can wait a couple more months, you know, yeah.
The couple will have to wait until after the mass wedding before getting any more intimate.
And are you looking forward to taking your relationship on?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah.
Is it even all the way around?
For Mum Linda, mass weddings are vital to Reverend Moon's world vision.
We're very happy that she's been willing to participate in this kind of meaningful event. I think it's a very meaningful event. It's marriage for not just for themselves, but for the sake of world peace.
How does it affect world peace?
To have many couples joining together, pledging themselves with these ideals, I think that it is an actual physical phenomenon. I think it can affect the spirit of this world.
This is a day of celebration of marriage on an order of magnitude that one doesn't find anywhere else in the world. By modern standards, no other church has ever done anything like this.
He seems like just an old man, an old Korean dude, you know. Reverend Moon to me is the Messiah. I think trust is really important, to be able to put something you value in someone else's hands. I get that feeling with her.
Now I feel like Andy and I are soulmates.
Oh, you make my skin look really squishy.
I'm really looking forward to being in love with him more and sharing all those experiences together.
Stand here and make promises to people we barely know, that's something quite, very important to me. Because if you're willing to take out that much and risk that much, then hopefully something comes from it. I mean, I hope for the best, you know. And it did feel right, the whole experience.